Welcome back. I just finished watching Dragon Ball GT episode 22 for the first time, and I'm about to give my thoughts on it. This was one of those episodes where it's like grand and shocking reveals, but at the same time, not a lot happens. You know what I mean? Because basically in the last episode, it was revealed that, like, Dr. Mu was keeping Baby a secret. Well, it wasn't revealed that it was Baby. It was revealed that he was keeping something, some sort of creature or something along those lines. And in this episode, it's revealed what that is, and it's revealed to be Baby, who's basically supposedly a machine mutant, but as it turns out, not really. So in this episode, it's basically revealed what Baby is, sort of. It's a lot of like exposition and talking while they're just like sort of standing around in front of Baby's like test tube. And then Trunks basically reveals that Gil had amnesia, but then he got his memories back once he got in range of the planet he was from. And so that's how they knew about Baby and all that. And so Trunks was like, all right, I'm just gonna kill this thing. He's just like, yeah, I'll just mess around with the programming and that'll be it. So we think Baby is supposedly dead, but then once it hears the word Saiyans, then it like wakes up and like reconfigures and like stuff like that, and it's supposedly super, super powerful if it were to reach its like full form. So it like breaks free, and like they think they kill it. Key to this whole story, they think they kill it, but it like slithers up Dr. Mu's leg, like a piece of it, and then Dr. Mu very slowly gets away. And he just, like, walks away and leaves in a spaceship, which takes forever to blast off. And it's like, and Pan's like, no, we should go after him. And Trunks is like, we don't need to go after him. And I'm like, no, you should go after him. You should, like, kill this guy. You know what I mean? It's like he just very slowly gets away, and they're all just standing there. And it's like, no, you should definitely get rid of this guy. You should kill him now. Like, Trunks is like, well, he has nothing. Well, what do you mean he has nothing? There's that entire planet you just left from which has General Rild. What are you talking about? Like, you should kill him right now. But yeah, so that was like a moment of stupidity from Trunks and stuff. One of the few times where I'm like, yes, Pan is right. Go kill him. But Dr. Mu escapes, and then Baby, like, bursts out of Dr. Mu like a freaking chest burster, and Baby reveals that, no, he was not actually a neo-mutant machine created by Dr. Mu. It was, in fact, Dr. Mu who was the machine created by Baby in order to facilitate his reincarnation, you know what I mean? So there's more to Baby's backstory, which I think I know, but I won't comment on because I don't know if I know, but I think I know. And so Baby has his like sights set on these guys, and stuff's gonna go down. You know what I mean? But there really wasn't much to say about this episode other than that. So let's talk about Baby, because Baby is the first real like villain. Like, the first big, real villain that this show has had. Because they've had, like, minor villains, like Don Kia, but, like, he's not really a villain. Like, this is clearly Dragon Ball GT's attempt to do a Frieza or a Cell or a Majin Buu level of villain, where it's, like, it's a big, big villain. Or at least, just, like, that's what I'm fairly certain that's what's going on here. So basically, what I'm wondering, Baby got one of the Dragon Balls at the end of this episode. He has the 1-star ball. So that means that inevitably there is going to be some sort of second confrontation between these characters because they need all of the Dragon Balls back. But it does make me wonder though, like, I hope they don't. Well, I mean, I'm wondering how much of this arc is gonna blend into the next, because I know that like the next arc is gonna be like Baby on Earth and stuff. I'm pretty sure. I think he like takes over Vegeta or something at one point. So it's gonna be this ongoing story sort of thing. And I did mention in the last episode how this isn't something I want to comment on until it actually happens. But I really like, if they're doing what I think they're doing, then I really like how this arc is gonna, stuff from this arc is gonna go into the next arc, and it's not all just gonna be isolated arcs like Super usually does. But again, that's something where I'm like, now I'm thinking, well, let me wait until we've had a few arcs, and so I can comment on that. Because for all I know, they could wrap up with the stuff with Baby, and then that'll be it, and they'll just start a new arc fresh without any connective tissue for the next few arcs or whatever. So I think I got very excited last episode, but with this episode, I'm like, okay, let me wait, let me see what they're doing more so before I begin giving it too much praise. This episode really gave me, like, these two, I know it's the other way around where Baby created Dr. Mu, but these two gave me very strong Dr. Gero and Perfect Cell vibes, you know what I mean? Just because, like, Dr. Mu is inherently a bit reminiscent of Dr. Gero, and like the imagery of Baby is very similar to like Cell when we see him as like a little tiny thingy in Dr. Gero's lab. And so it's like there are very strong similarities here, also in like the structure of the storytelling, where like you think Dr. Mu is going to be the main antagonist when you first see him, and then it's revealed, no, he's not actually going to be the main antagonist, which has happened a few times this arc, actually, because first we thought those cultists, like, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like, we thought the cultists were going to be the villains, and then it turns out there was someone above them, and then it turns out there's someone above Dr. Mu now, so it's like, but I do think Baby is going to be the ultimate antagonist here. Last, like, when Goku was fighting General Rill, I mentioned how much, like, these designs weren't as good as Akira Toriyama's designs. And with Baby, in terms of, like, Baby's design, I feel like they're kind of onto something, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good first form design. I like how he looks a lot better when he's in the tank and he like opens his eyes and he has this very chameleon like look to him, and he sort of like reconfigures and reforms and he becomes a lot more robotic, and I'm not as much of a fan of that design. But like obviously there are going to be designs further down the line, so we'll see what they do with him. And also I mentioned that like their ship got frozen in carbonite, so now they are like stuck, but obviously Gil has the decarbonating device which he used like last episode, so they're good to go. Here's my thing though, like they have to like go back and like to that planet where they left their ship on, which means they're probably going to have to fight General Rild again, which is the sort of thing where it's like they're going to have this big conflict. Here's what I think they should do. I think they should just, like, clearly Goku has got to be planet level at least. Come on. They should just blow up the planet. They should get to their ship and blow up the planet. Like, that's what I think they should do. Like, the entire native population is dead. Goku, Pan, and Trunks should just get to their ship, you know, blow up the planet, be done with it. Like, just be done with it. Because that's the planet that Baby is targeting. So it would work. It would be a win-win. It would be a real big win for them if they just destroyed the planet. It's the sort of thing with Dragon Ball GT. I've said this a few times where I'm like, why don't they just beat them up? Why don't they just fight them? Why don't they just, you know, because these characters, at least Goku, now at this point in the series, I'm like, okay, Goku is super strong. Like, I underestimated him as a kid, but he is really, really strong. So, like, he should, like, they should blow more stuff up. It would solve a lot of problems for them. But I'm thinking that a General Rilled rematch is going to be inevitable. Because, like, Goku didn't beat General Rilled last time. I'm wondering if Baby is going to be the one who's like, all right, all you henchmen are useless to me. I'm just going to absorb you, or I'm just going to use you for my own gain, or something along those lines. Like, it might not be a direct fight that gets rid of General Rilled, because General Rilled was, like, I think he wasn't really powerful in my opinion, because he just basically got lucky when it came to defeating Goku. But I think the writers are trying to indicate that General Rilled is a super strong antagonist, and so having Baby take out General Rilled would be a good way of, like, showing that, this new villain is a super strong character. But then again, maybe they'll just team up. Maybe Baby will be the new leader. Maybe all the other machine mutants will be like, what the heck? You killed Dr. Mu? We don't even know who you are. We're revolting against you. And then Baby just goes, nah, and, like, murders them all or something. I don't know. More importantly, and I've said this a ton over the course of these episodes, what I'm wondering is, when are they going to collect all the other Dragon Balls? Because our main characters have 3. Baby has 1, which means that there are, I think, 3 still out there, unknown. So what I'm wondering is, this is my dread. My dread with Dragon Ball GT. Every single time I keep asking, are they going to go back to episodic stories? Especially because we're, like, we're really far into this arc at this point. Like, if it was a Dragon Ball Z arc, then we wouldn't be that far into it. But, like, for Dragon Ball, and I feel like for Dragon Ball GT, maybe, like, we're 22 episodes in at this point. Like, I think they should begin to wrap up the Black Star Dragon Ball arc, you know what I mean? Because I know Baby gets an arc after the Black Star Dragon Ball arc when they return to Earth. So I'm just wondering, like, how much longer is the search for the Black Star Dragon Ball is going to go on, you know what I mean? Because it's like, they really don't need the Black Star Dragon Balls to tell an interesting story. Like I feel like the Black Star Dragon Balls were more like, we need a conflict at the end of the very first episode, and so it was a very sort of rushed thing, and now they're touching upon these, like, villains like Baby and Dr. Mu, even though he's dead, and, like, these villains who facilitate conflict much, much better and much more so than, like, the Black Star Dragon Balls and, like, a very nebulous sort of quest to get them before the end of the year. And another thing which I keep bringing up and keeps bothering me is that, like, the time limit that these characters have to collect the Dragon Balls is barely present in the story. Like, I have no idea. First of all, I don't feel like these characters are under enough pressure, because the Earth's going to be destroyed. And more importantly, I don't have any semblance, like, I don't have a sense of how much time has passed in between, like, now and when the show started. Like, I feel like, because they said at the beginning that you only have 1 year to collect the Dragon Balls, otherwise Earth's going to be destroyed. And so I feel like a big part of establishing a time limit is that you say, hey, here's how much time has passed, here's how much time our heroes have left. And, like, I have no idea, like, do they have 11 months left? Do they have 6 months left? Have they used up barely any time? Have they used up only a little bit of time? Have they used up way more time than they wanted to? Like, they really, like, I feel like that should be much more of a focus. And they keep introducing villains and stuff in order to, like, try and make things more dramatic. and everything, but like they totally I feel like they basically don't even care about the source of conflict they started out the show with. Um but yeah, that's my thoughts on the episode. And where we are. I'll stop rambling. Um I guess at this point I I guess I'm engaged. um like I'm interested to see what happens next. Again, I want to make this clear. This does I don't think this is nearly as good as a lot of the arcs in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. But so far the show is actually getting better, I think. There's still a lot of stuff that annoys me, like just last episode having Gil come in and save the day. This episode having just really dumb stuff. And I also think it's really weird that the characters would just say, "Oh, baby, yeah, let's just kill him before he's even born," as opposed to maybe like rewriting the programming or tampering with it. Like I feel like the characters being so okay with just murdering this unborn thing is really weird. Like, it's not like a case with Cell where it's like, okay, we've already just seen the destruction, let's murder it right now. Like, that I could understand. But it seems really weird that they would just be like, okay, yeah, let's kill it, whatever. That's another thing which kind of struck me as a bit odd. Not that these characters need to be these perfect moral beacons or anything, but it's just, it feels not quite in line with what the characters have been previously. But yeah, I'm interested to a degree. Baby really is adding a bit more to this show. I hope he brings the show up a bit more in my eyes. And I hope we can wrap up the Black Star Dragon Ball arc a bit quicker because like we've introduced this brand new villain, like, and it's like, oh, we're still not even close to collecting all 7 Dragon Balls. It's like, okay. But that's all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, then I'm doing I'm doing a review of every single episode of Dragon Ball GT. I'm just, I'm watching through the entire series for the first time, so if you haven't seen the others, feel free to check out my other videos on Dragon Ball GT and stay tuned for more. I hope you have a lovely day.